Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to celebrate and watch the 123rd Cherokee Strip Celebration Parade. That I understand it's the longest running celebration in Oklahoma. Is that?
That is correct. 123 times we went around this square, and it proves to get bigger every year. I mean, the years I've been in Perry, I've noticed that it grows every year with new businesses and new clubs. And
yes, sir. Well, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Phil Salvati. I'm a 12-year resident of Perry, Oklahoma. And here's Danny Shade, a good friend of mine, also another businessman and now Perry resident as well.
That is correct. We've been here 4 years, worked here 8 years.
So here we're about to step off on the parade, and right out first is the color guard, the Troop 912 Perry Boy Scouts. They'll be leading off our parade this morning. We already had the national anthem, and I forget the young lady who sang that. I forget her name. I think she did it last year as well. But we're getting ready here, but I'd just like to say hello to a few people that I know. Not only are we an Oklahoma or a small town Perry Information Network channel, we are also broadcasting live on YouTube, which I know folks from the United States, my sisters, are watching in North Carolina and in New Jersey. And we have some friends in the UK that are watching. My personal Smarties supplier, her name's Janet Jens. She's in Birmingham, and also a good friend of mine's mom. So Janet, we'd like to say hello and keep those Smarties coming.
There you go.
So we're getting ready, like I said, and I'd like to thank our city manager, Mrs. Mary Rupp, and Mayor Gordon Johnson, and the rest of the city council for making this happen today. Funding and affording us to do this and setting this all up is the Chamber of Commerce here in Perry.
There you go. Did you mention Scott?
Did I mention Scott?
Yeah.
I did not. And also we have a friend of, or a brother of a friend, a very good friend of ours, Scott Kendrick. He was supposed to be attending today with his new wife, but had a terrible car or motorcycle wreck 3 days ago, and is now watching from his hospital bed in California.
But that didn't stop you.
Yeah.
You're still watching.
Yeah, we'll make sure you get to see the whole parade, Scott, and get better soon, please.
And you didn't have to fight anybody for a good spot on the side of the curb there.
Yeah, if you look around, you can see when we show you the square, it's pretty packed as usual. I know folks get down here early so the families can have their normal, usual spot. It's a pretty big celebration, and it's, like I said, the longest running in Oklahoma, so that's pretty neat.
That is awesome.
This year we are also, Perry Main Street is celebrating the 100th anniversary of the courthouse. And we have a local retired judge that is acting as Henry S. Johnson. He's the honorary parade member, or the honorary, what do you call him? The honorary parade marshal. There you go. Thank you very much.
Hey, you're welcome very much.
But we are also having a little celebration in front of the courthouse, and I know they're selling commemorative coins to celebrate the courthouse.
Really?
Yeah, they're $15.
I really didn't know that.
Yeah, no, they are. They are. Yeah, they are actually selling some really nice coins. So stop by in the gazebo on the west side of the courthouse to see those folks today. Here we go. My phone's ringing.
Somebody forgot to turn their phone off.
No, I turned it off.
Okay.
It's on vibrate. So we're getting ready. Another 5 minutes or so. We should have the step off. I do hear the police sirens, and we're running the route from the west side. It's going to go across the north side of the square, make a right, and come south on the east side of the square. Well, that's tough with all those directions.
It is.
And
those are Oklahoma directions, folks.
And then we're going to head across right in front of the Perry Information Network studio on the south side of the square, which is what you see now. Like we said, this is the 123rd Annual Cherokee Strip Parade, which is showing at the bottom of your screen right now. Let's see, I don't see anybody I recognize out there on the square. Do you, Danny?
Yeah, if you look right there above the Cherokee Strip Parade, right above that bar, that little yellow hat there floating around, that's my son.
I think that hat says for the sell of it, doesn't it?
That is for the sale of it. That's my auction and equipment company. And it was made right here by this guy sitting next to me at his screen print shop, Red Earth Designs. Little shameless plug, don't worry, no problem.
Yeah, well, we got to do that, you know. Again, I hear the sirens. I think we're going to be heading off and stepping off on the northwest side of the square here in a second. And here they go. This is the color guard, Troop 912 Boy Scouts.
Perry Boy Scouts.
Walking in front of our window right now. Right behind them will be the new police cars, or actually one police car, the new Chargers. I'd like to thank the city for that. These guys were driving some older things, and you know they needed a little upgrade. Here they are. They're stopped at the side to let the rest of the parade catch up and everybody see our Stars and Stripes go by. Good. Coming up behind the Perry Police Department will be our county sheriff.
Notice our community. That's one thing I like about this. Everybody's standing up and respecting the old flag as it comes by.
Yes, sir. Look at that young man with that yellow hat with the
look,
hat over his heart.
He took it off.
Yes,
That's
sir.
good. That's my boy.
Yeah. And that's, I'm glad to see that, actually, with all the controversy going on today.
Hey, you brought up 100 years of the courthouse?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to tell everybody that, the building may be 100 years old, but they've done such a good job keeping it up and, renovating it and keeping up with the times. I don't know, a lot of people don't have the luxury of living in a small town with a town square. I know I never had before I come to Perry. And I'll tell you, if you've never been to a town with a town square, where they, take pride in it and keep it up, it's definitely something to see. It really is the heart of the town, and you can find and do just about anything. And if you've never been to Perry and you have an opportunity to come and just walk the square, I would definitely want to invite you, because it really is. It's a pretty special deal.
It is, and actually, it's rare that we actually have a square. Not only on the square, we do have a building designed and built by, it's called a folk art building, which is rare as well. And we also have a Carnegie Library, again, another rarity. There are some really great things around the square, and a lot of history here, too. This is the center of the land run, which is one of the reasons why we have this parade. The or the Cherokee Strip, which was this is called in the celebration of the land run, started here in the square. And they had to come back here with their flags when they claimed their land, and there was a land office here right in front of that building, actually. So, and this year, you mentioned the upkeep of that building. The district commissioners now are up for election this year in November, and Larry Montgomery is our incumbent. He would be rerunning, and then we have another guy running against him, Mr. Fred LaValle, also another well-known name, forgive me, in Perry itself.
Oh.
So yeah, look forward to that. They'll be in the parade today, trying to get their faces known and out there and trying to get your vote.
I used to work at a dealership right over here on the other side of the square, and I tell you, I've heard a couple stories, and maybe you can tell me if it's true or not, but I was told that when they came here and they first settled in Perry, I was told that you could not drink the water, so a gentleman made $1 million selling beer because that's the only thing people could drink.
That is the story I heard, yes, at $1 a glass, and a gentleman was from Guthrie.
$1 a glass back
in
then.
1884.
Well, that just goes to show you, folks, there was some thirsty individuals in Noble County. Wow.
Well, that is one of the folklore stories here from Perry. Yes,
it probably is true.
I
don't know about $1 million, but I bet he did make it. That had to come from somewhere.
An equivalent to $1 million, maybe. But yes, that is one of the stories. There are some neat stories about the land run from this area. One of the stories is about my building. My building has a full basement underneath, and it was built in 1894. And they say that the restaurant that was there, the second owner, used to flood the basement and keep live frogs and fish down there.
Wow.
I don't know how true that is, but
that's cool.
That is local folklore. I see they're probably letting our Boy Scout troops get the Stars and Stripes up in the grandstand, and then the police will just head around the corner here and have our parade come by us.
And that Fogart building that you were talking about is the one that's right behind the police cars. You can tell by the arched window.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
That's also the logo that Perry Main Street uses as their logo. Or sorry, that they use as their logo. Another thing we're doing this year is there's a museum-themed piece called The Way We Worked, and that is going to start its round around Oklahoma, in Perry. So it's quite a big affair that Main Street is going to head up for us, and hopefully get a bunch of people to come through town and see this. And it's going to be in Ditch Witch's newly renovated theater over here on the southeast side as well. So that's pretty neat.
Oh, that's cool.
I'd like to thank everybody who's making that happen for doing a great job. That starts here in January, actually.
Okay.
So
we just had Monty Stevie walk across, him and his wife, and for those who don't know him, he is a announcer here for the local rodeo and does a lot, in the rodeo community. His family is probably one of the founding families, I guess, around here of rodeo, and I mean they definitely live it, breathe it. And I'll tell you, last night it was pretty special. I mean, he's a heck of an announcer in the way that he showed respect to the fire departments and the law enforcement, first responders, and then had everybody stand up and definitely gave an Oklahoma welcome to the Stars and Stripes. That was really nice. It was something nice to be a part of, and I definitely wanted to tell him thank you for that.
Yeah, I appreciate him as well. He did a great job. And while another thing on the rodeo there, it starts at 7:30 this evening. It'll be the last night, and we hope you guys come down and enjoy a nice, great show these guys put on for you.
Hey, we got a drawing too, bud.
That's right.
Tell them about that.
That's right. Yeah, the local fire department, or Rock Township, which both Danny and I are members, have joined up with the Perry Masons, and we are having a little raffle for 2/4 sides of beef and 2/2 sides of hog, and the 4 winners of those meat, or the 4 winners of the meat, go back into the hat, and we pull a name, and that one winner would get a freezer. So that does help fund our fire departments and our local Mason.
Perry Masonic Lodge number
Yeah.
78.
So the Masons in the fire department have a booth over here by the brand new wrestling park over there, the little pocket park, and we'll be walking around the square after the parade, and we'll also see you at the rodeo where we'll be drawing that name.
Yeah.
So I do hear some music, one of the marching bands, so they must be getting close. The Perry Police Department should be rounding that corner pretty soon. Right now we have a view of our 100-year-old courthouse right there in the background, across the street from the Perry Information Network. So, and as I'm mentioning the Perry Information Network, we wouldn't be able to do this without the city and without Tyson Davis, the local station manager.
Good call.
Sir. Yeah. He's sitting here in the background telling us what to do and when to say it, but
Yeah.
the cue cards are a little late, so we're a little late.
That's okay. He's so handsome it makes up for it.
So here we go with the sirens. We're going to step off after the Stars and Stripes has made it to the bandstand, and our local Perry Police Department's rounding the corner with the sheriff right behind them.
And folks, I'll tell you right now, this is the one time a year that you're glad to see those lights coming down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I tell you, we support our police department really well around here. Our guys are really good, take care of us, and I'm glad to see them helping us out at the
They're
parade.
family, for
Yes,
sure.
sir. So nearing up around the corner right behind the sheriff's truck is going to be the Perry Fire Department.
All
And
right.
that is the new Assistant Chief's command vehicle right there. And right behind them, I think, is Tanker 9. Or is that, I can't tell yet.
I can't tell either.
Yeah, it might be the engine, I can't tell. So, but both, if that's Tanker 9, again, that is a rural tanker for Perry Rural Fire Department, purchased for you and helping out the fire departments by our tax, our sales tax base, which helps us help you, so to speak.
There's one of the new Chargers that were just purchased, and I'll tell you, that is a very, very nice car. The SUVs are nice, but those new Chargers are pretty slick.
I can't tell who's driving the sheriff's truck. I'm sure it's the sheriff.
Probably Charlie Hanger.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, I think it's still pretty awesome. I've heard the story a million times, but Charlie Hanger, our sheriff, is actually the gentleman that apprehended Timothy McVeigh after the
correct.
Oklahoma City bombing. He was a highway patrolman and pulled him over. And so Charlie Hanger, our sheriff here in Noble County, was a big part of making sure that he didn't get away.
That's right. Well, actually, most of the pictures that you've seen with Timothy McVeigh were taken on the south side of the steps of the courthouse, because that back then is where the jail used to be, on the 3rd floor.
Wow.
So that is Tanker 9. That is a Perry Rural Fire Department truck, which was purchased with monies supplied by you, the people of Noble County, in your sales tax.
And we appreciate it.
Yes,
because
we'd like
it
to
helps
thank that
out
very
a
much.
lot.
Behind Tanker 9, I think that's going to be engine 6. I can't tell again because it's on the corner. But that is a city fire truck, but we all utilize these guys. We work together. There's 7 other volunteer fire departments in this county that all work very well together. And you'll be seeing those guys coming up later on the parade.
Great group of guys.
Yeah. So the kids all love to see these trucks come through the parade. Yep, they're a little noisy, but they did get a big kick out of that.
Oh, my son and daughters, they love coming out to the firehouse with me and Emily always wants to put the helmet on, and Daniel's always wanting to climb around on stuff. It's definitely good to get them interested.
Oh, absolutely. I love getting them out there and getting them involved. We go to the local schools and do fire safety weeks, or fire safety days, rather, for the kids, and let them know not to be afraid of us, because we do come in dressed in kind of...
Look like a spaceman.
Yeah. So, yeah, it does make them feel a little bit better. And try and tell them, that those crazy noise, fire smoke, the fire detectors are not dinner bells saying that, Mom's cooked dinner again. So that is there. But, all right, here's another, that's engine 6, I think.
Looks like he's pulling over looks like we've got a police officer back there. He's going a little too fast around the square.
Yeah, another
Who's
one.
the band? Is that Perry?
I can't tell you. It should be the Perry Maroon. Yes, it is. The Perry Maroon Marching Band. These guys do a great job, and there is a competition on every parade, so there's several bands in today's parade, and they'll be competing and judged by one of the bandstands. I think that's on the north side of the square. So
Engine 6.
That was right, Engine 6. There you go. We work hand in hand with these guys here in Perry, and it's good to have them and know that they're there 24 hours a day, backing us up as well. So another one of our new Chargers coming around. Mark Henderson, there we go. That's on the screen, on the bottom of your screen. He is the band director for our local Perry schools, and he does a heck of a job.
He's doing a very good job with those guys.
Yeah. So.
Another thing about a small town, if you forget to set your alarm during the school week, you definitely will be.
They're out there at 6 a.m. letting you know.
You'll be awakened.
Yes, sir.
Promptly.
So. Right behind these guys, as soon as they come by our window, maybe they'll give us a little stall so we can listen to what they're playing. But behind them will be the honorary parade marshal. As I mentioned earlier, Henry S. Johnson is being played by retired Judge Allen. He'll be riding in a 1926 Model T Ford. I think that it's owned by the McNabbs, a local family that are chauffeuring him.
Beautiful car.
Yeah, great car. And they'll let you, take pictures of their car, or if you have a special engagement, they'll let you come down or borrow their car and take the car. You can't take the pictures.
Hey, you know what? I'll tell you right now, folks. You see a lot of these cars that just trailered around everywhere and don't touch it or nothing like that. These people drive that car all over the place. I mean, I'll see it at Sonic. I mean, they drive everywhere, which is nice because that's what those cars are meant to be. They need to be seen. Is that a little Oklahoma, I think?
That's it. I was trying to figure out what they were playing. That's why I was being quiet there for a second.
Oh, they're doing good. Then you got the, what's that, a Mustang?
I can't tell what that is yet, but right behind him should be Perry Celebrity riding in a convertible Mustang, and she is Haley Branson. Haley Branson Potts riding in a convertible.
Who is?
I don't know this young lady. I'll have to see her to put the name to a face. But there is Mr. Henry S. Johnson,
There he is.
portrayed by retired Judge Dan Allen. That is a nice looking car.
That
isn't
is such a cool car. And here comes Haley.
it? Yeah, in the convertible Mustang. Behind Haley,
This is one of my favorites right here.
what truck was that with all the emergency lighting?
That is the military Order of Purple Heart. That's the Combat Wounded Veterans,
Yep.
Payne County, Chapter 820.
Yes, sir. I'd like to
And,
thank those gentlemen for what they do. Actually, all the veterans for what they do.
And I'll tell you, the guy driving that truck, well, at least the guy that truck belongs to is James Battles, who is a Purple Heart recipient that lives here in Perry.
Local Perry resident,
And he
yes.
is a local Perry guy, and his wife, Lori, works at the paper. And my wife, actually, their son was in her class when she was assistant over there. And just a good family, and there's some guys right there that we owe an awful lot to.
Yeah.
So
We
definitely
are
appreciate
actually,
them.
Perry is a Purple Heart city. We've been entitled or given that title last year sometime. And there's signs up around the city commemorating these folks.
And running right behind him, Phil, is the American Legion.
Yes, sir.
And that is,
They are right around
once again,
on the
we
west
would
side
not
of the
be
square.
here.
Yeah, thanks to those men and women. They are actually the Legion is coming up with a yeah. Look at those kids standing up, clapping, and thanking those people. But like I was trying to say, the Legion is going to put a brickway around the area in the cemetery where the veterans are buried, and they are trying to raise money. And you can have your name of any veteran put on a brick and put around this area. It's called the Circle of Veterans, I think. I'm not exactly sure.
That's awesome.
But
That's great.
we have some Civil War veterans buried out there.
Who's that there? The Noble County Health Department.
Yeah.
Got a new ride.
Yeah, looks like they're
cool.
Noble County Health Department, eat better, move better, and be tobacco free, which is
That's
a great
awesome.
thing. Which is tough, I quit smoking 5 years ago. It's still killing me today. The Field of Honor. Thank you, Tyson, for letting me know that. The money that the veterans are raising for is called the Field of Honor, and you could have any veteran's name engraved into a brick and put around the Field of Honor in the cemetery outside in our little town here in Perry.
That little white car that just drove past has been guilty of being in my driveway a few times. Simple Simon's
Simple
Pizza.
Simon's.
Yeah. Friday nights are movie nights at the Shade household. Phil can speak to that because I had to leave him hanging last night at the rodeo because the kids were ready. So I definitely appreciate those guys. That's some good stuff.
And there's their little Simple Simon mascot right behind them, little slice of happiness right there.
Handing out candy.
And this should be the St. John's Lutheran Church truck and trailer float. I can't really tell. I can't read that sign. But it looks to be correct. And this year, and last year I think was the first year we weren't allowed parade participants to throw candy from the vehicles, just to keep our children safe, and rushing into the yard. So we are allowing the folks to walk along and hand out candy to these kids. So that's part of, parade history, everybody
You got to
comes and
hand
says,
out
"You gotta
candy."
give these kids some candy.
I mean, I'm telling you, you do not want 1,000 6-year-olds mad at you because you did not.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, these are the future patrons of your business, so you better hand out some candy.
Right up here we have the Pioneer Pleasant Vale, which Vale, I thought it should be Pleasant Valley. That's a town where I'm from, New York. But that's their high school band.
Little shout out to New York.
Or shout out.
You know what? By the way, folks, I want to tell this story real quick. I had never been to New York City, and I recently had it's like a Hasty Gagani sauce commercial. But anyway, I had never been to New York City, and I'm going to tell you, I finally got an opportunity to. And me and my buddy Phil took a road trip, and we went, and that was the funnest. Now the drive was horrible,
Right.
but once we finally got to New York, God, I think the most fun I had in the whole deal was sitting on a bench watching people, because that city is truly alive.
Right behind the band, the high school band, is the Perry Little League Cheer. And if you want to make yourself feel real old, my great niece is in there, Taylor Huska.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I can't go that far,
Great
but I
niece.
have some. There's some little girls in there that go to our church, and
Well, there she is.
That's
There's
awesome.
this little Miss Taylor Huska right there. 1, 2, 3 from the back on the left side.
oh, cool.
I watched that little
She's
girl
so
grow up.
small.
That was fun in my shop. So she used to come to work with me every day. So, right? yeah, I run in the sweatshop. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tyson.
Perry,
Those
right behind
baseballs
that,
aren't going to knit themselves, Tyson.
the PMYF cheerleaders, which are the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade football team cheerleaders.
There you
I'm
go.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
4th
right.
grade Maroons. Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
So, and I said cheerleaders. I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah, guys.
Football
I'll let
team.
you know where you can
Sorry,
find him
guys.
later.
Yeah. So,
That's funny. And we have.
class of '86, Perry
Wow.
High School class of '86.
Is it sad that that's starting to get close to my class? I mean, I used to think of that as like class 86. Jeez, that's a long time ago, but not really.
No, yeah. We're getting old, buddy. Or I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Too.
I'm not going to admit it yet. There's the Perry Maroon Youth Football.
Yes, sir.
Bullet, double tough. Good looking bunch of guys there. Uh-oh. What do we got here? More?
Guys and dolls,
Oh,
twirling
that's it.
carp, if we're right. Let's kind of wait till they get a little closer.
This is probably the 6th grade. I think it was 4th, then 5th, now the 6th.
Oh, you are right. You are right. So, yeah, we're going to be the football team again. Sorry again, guys.
There you go.
But I bet you they can twirl.
I moonlight as a private detective. Let's see here. Yep, there they are.
Yeah, that's 4th, and then that would make the 6th grade next.
And then here is the one that you were wanting to see. The class of 1986.
Yeah, a little bit out of order.
I like that shirt.
We'll get her done, though.
Look at all those spring chickens. 1986ers.
Now,
Totally rad.
Now, right behind the 86 class of '86, now we have the guys and dolls twirling.
Yep, Gyla is an amazing lady. Both of my daughters were guys, dolls, twirlers, and they had a ball. So thank you, Gyla, and everybody that helps her, because
And that's her right in the
that's
white shirt
awesome.
right there. I
Yep,
think.
right
Yeah.
there, closest to us in the front in the white. That's Gyla.
Yeah.
She works over at Exchange Bank, and she is great.
Right behind our little guys and dolls is our district attorney, Brian Hermanson, and he is riding in Karen Wilcox, and leading her convertible Thunderbird. And the local joke is Karen Wilcox is driving around the square with her top off again.
Oh, there it is.
But
And it's being seen in England.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I understand there's several people over there sitting with Janet watching us in
Well, that's
in the UK.
fantastic.
And that's great to know that we are being viewed over there across the pond.
We appreciate you letting your son come over here and play, because
Yeah.
he's a pretty nice guy.
Lee's a great guy, good friend of ours. He heads up our local Noble County Stormwatch, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And they're on the south side of the courthouse building selling hot dogs to raise money for those, which I'm a part of as well, the Stormwatch. So for $3, get you a hot dog, some chips, and a drink. So stop by and see old Lee over there today. He's got a great pitch on the south side of the square.
Or for the other people that are involved with Lee, if you just break the law, you get 3 free meals,
Right.
and 3 free drinks,
And
but you don't get to go home.
Saturday night is movie night, though.
Yeah, and now that we've said all those nice things about Lee, we're going to make sure that he pays us the $20 that he
Right.
owes us.
And now behind our district attorney was Exchange Bank, or is Exchange Bank.
Now, their deal was secret. They wouldn't ever tell me what the float was, so let's see what it is.
Oh, and there's our local representative, Dennis Casey, handing out candy. We missed him. Sorry, Dennis. That guy helps out the fire departments greatly.
He is a huge champion.
He stands behind us and helps us out when it comes to things that are in the house here in Oklahoma, and helps us out greatly. Again, thank you.
Ghostbusters float.
Well, there you have it.
There you go. Oh, look, they got the eco.
Who are you going to call?
I'm going to call
Exchange
Ghostbusters.
Bank?
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's great. Great idea. And there's Thunder Chicken back there. He's on the float. So they're playing the Ghostbusters theme. I think
Totally getting flagged for that
what do you mean?
on YouTube.
Why?
Copyright.
Oh, sorry. Well, I guess they're not allowed. If they change one note, it's legal. So they can play that for Ghostbusters. Right. So that's great. Again, another company handing out candy to those kids.
Perry
Keep
Memorial
them happy.
Hospital.
Oh, there's Perry Memorial Hospital with a Vance Chevrolet truck.
Vance Chevrolet.
Yes, sir. That new place they built out there on the highway.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So,
Stagecoach.
yeah.
So
Stagecoach Theater coming up. They're helping us out with doing the presentation today with the the 100-year celebration. That's it. Geez, got ton.
You know what, folks? I'm going to tell you right now. I want to interject in here real quick. It's impossible to remember all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So, there's so many groups of people, so bear with us a little bit.
It is tough.
Thank goodness for Phil Salvati and Red Earth Designs lettering all these vehicles, because First Baptist Church, Perry, Oklahoma, there you go. I remembered. Oh, I like those. Those
Yeah.
are cool. I've never,
Great
that's
banners.
new.
Yep, that is new. They didn't have that last year.
Who are the people with the lawnmowers? That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I don't. Zion.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I never understood what the purpose was, but you know what? Hey, you see that guy carrying the cross?
Yes, sir.
My great uncle, that was kind of his deal that he did. He had a cross with a big wheel at the bottom, and he'd walk around Guthrie with that deal. I mean, it was, geez Louise. It's pretty cool.
I hear another band coming up. This is Perkins Tryon Midnight Regiment, is what they're called. That's a town just south of Stillwater. They come up to compete in our little band competition.
They actually do a really good job.
They do.
They do a really good job. They look very, very nice. But sorry, I'm a Maroon.
I don't recognize the song. Tyson, can you help us out? That is right. There you go. And I like it.
Oh, look at him. There you go.
Doing a little dancing.
Very nice.
Good job, guys.
Looks like you're trying to dance. Isn't that the video with him and Chevy Chase or whatever? Yeah, that's a good joke.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah. Oh, bringing up behind the band, Seven Plans Casino.
Another business that's moved into town here recently and really have taken care of some things and gotten involved and are helping out there at the Cherokee Strip Rodeo or Riding Arena.
Yeah.
Donating
And charitable
a lot of time.
donations.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
they're definitely good to see coming around.
Yep. And passing out candy again, keeping those kids happy.
Oh, my daughter got one.
T-shirts.
Oh, and-
Yeah.
Oh, Emily got them both. Oh.
She's going to get another one. Up, give it to her brother.
She gave her sister the other one. There you go.
telling you.
Thank God for her mother, because I'm telling you, I would have kept all three of them.
Behind the casino for an order should be Perry Pharmacy. Yep, look at that. That's their golf cart. Another great business up here on the west side of town.
They are a great business.
Good folks.
Beautiful new building.
Yes, another company who built a beautiful building out there on Fur. Behind them, let's see who there.
Look at all
It
those
should be the
kids.
junior high cheerleaders, and that's who it is.
Look at all them little kids. That's so great. Murphy's Law. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I believe a young lady, Kimber Leach, who's actually mother's a teacher here locally and father is a highway patrolman. Great people. And I believe she's on that float. Junior high cheerleader.
Also riding in the rodeo last night.
Also winning in the road. I
Did
mean,
she
they
win or
were,
get
well,
second?
well, she got second,
Yeah.
but her cousin,
To her cousin.
that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
her family, she got first and Kimber got second, and those girls are amazing.
Yep, they are actually travel quite some distance to go compete in rodeos.
So what do we got here? Junior high football? Am I going to step out on a limb here?
Yes, sir. That is
Okay.
the junior high football team.
Number 72, man after my own heart. That's the biggest junior high kid you're going to see.
Yep, and then following the junior high football team is
That's AJ Griffin, isn't it?
Is it AJ?
Well, I don't know.
No, that is Mr. Pfeiffer, is it not? Yes, it is. Another representative. Again, a big help to the fire department.
Yeah.
This gentleman is. Another rural farmer. You know,
That's
he
what
knows.
That's what I was going to say.
So-
Any candidate that comes out of a field is usually
Yes.
they're spot on as far as being there. for you.
Between him, Dennis Casey, and AJ Griffin, they really help us out a lot. Great folks, great people.
Now this is the Blackwell Maroon Marching Band, not to be confused with the Perry Maroons,
The real.
the real Maroons.
Yes, yeah. And we
No
did,
disrespect, Blackwell.
Yeah,
You guys
sorry,
are doing a
Blackwell.
great job.
And
But
we did beat them in
yeah,
football 2 weekends
We
ago.
did, yeah. Ooh, that was kind of nice.
in Blackwell.
Stop talking about it. But they're doing a good job. Their band's doing good.
Yeah.
Tyson, what do you think about that band, buddy? Very nice. Thumbs up, thumbs up. There we go.
Behind the second maroons.
I love it. Oh, did you see how she threw that candy?
These are
Tell that's a softball team.
That's right, Lady Maroons right there. Good bunch of gals, and I think the seniors are riding in the back of the truck right there, standing up.
Gonna get you a Tootsie Roll at about 95 miles an hour.
I think we're out of order here a little bit, so we're going to have to bear with us, folks. We're going to have to figure this out a little bit.
Well, this is...
Next page.
Is it?
Perry Youth Wrestling, I think. It should be.
Yep, lives on. Folks, I'm going to tell you, for anybody, that's Donnie Huff and the youth wrestlers, and I'm going to tell you right now, my son was a youth wrestler with Donnie, and he is an amazing individual. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you've never heard of Perry or been to Perry, this is the wrestling mecca of the world. There's more Olympic gold medalist wrestlers come out of Perry, Oklahoma than anywhere else. And they take it serious.
Are now depicted in bronze on the north side of the square in the new Perry Wrestling Pocket Park.
That's
Memorial Park, I think they call it. Great job by local sculptor Jim Franklin. He did a life-size of Danny Hodge, and now we're expecting by November we're going to have another celebration when he gets the life-size bronze up of, gosh, forgive me.
Yeah, I wish I could help you, but I know the guy.
Jack Van
there it is.
Thank you, Tyson. Thank you. Again, and remembering all these names is kind of tough. But like I said, the Perry Wrestling Foundation group of folks really made that happen. They did a great job. So if you're in town today or coming in after the parade, do stop up on the north side of the square and see what they did up there. Great job. So,
what do we got here?
Larry Montgomery?
No, this looks like Vance Chevrolet.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Yep. So, or Campfire maybe.
Well, no, that's Vance because there's Elena. So that is Vance Chevrolet with one of their one-ton trucks. And let's see, what do we got here? Crew cab, GMC. Looks like a 1500 four-wheel drive. Mike Rubel looks to be in the passenger seat, I think.
That is Mr. Rubel.
Yeah, I think so. What do we got here? We got a Buick drop top. It's not your grandma's Buick, folks. Drop top Buick. You are welcome.
And I'm sure, yes, I was going to say that's some of our royalty. It's not, but you can tell that Danny was a car salesman in past life.
I have sold 1,000 or 2,000 cars, and look at those good-looking couple right there.
Who is that?
I don't know who that is.
He's wearing a crown, so I'm going to say. Let's see, blacksmith. No, I don't know. We are out of order here. Yeah,
we are way out of order. So here we go, kids, off the cuff.
Yeah, boy, it's gonna be tough.
Vote yes to 777 if you want to, because I can't sway you either way. But that's Freddie Wisdom right there with your local Farm Bureau agent, and he goes to the First Perry Nazarene Church with me as well, and great guy.
And that's a local question coming up on the ballot this November. So, and coming up next is Larry Montgomery, who we were talking about before. He is our incumbent District 2.
And if you look right behind him, he's responsible for how good that building looks right there.
And upkeep on the property.
Yep.
Yep, and we have to deal with them as fire departments, getting all our upgrades to our vehicles and whatnot. So a guy that, again, works with us hand and foot.
Oh, kids are raking it in today, bud.
Yeah, somebody's going to have sugar rushes tonight at the Shade House.
I know, it's a good thing I'm working the rodeo.
Coming up yeah, right. Coming up next is our Perry Campfire kids. Another good bunch of kids that do or get involved and do a lot of things in our community. Good to have around. Really a great bunch for these folks here that head up these children and helping them out. Again, if the fire departments are involved, we go do a fire safety thing for them every year. Help them out and actually do a little bit of a mud run for them and keep it messy.
I am a not only volunteer firefighter, but I'm also in the Masons. And one saying that we have in the Masonic Lodge is kids like these that are in the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Campfire, FFA, stuff like that. We call them cornerstone kids, and that's because most children that participate in a lot of these functions grow up to really be the backbone of the community that they end up in. So we definitely appreciate everybody that takes the time to keep these
Yes, they do a great
deals
job.
going.
All the adults that mentor these young kids, and no matter what function you're participating in, really do help out the community a great deal.
And they know how to play the right kind of music.
And another copyright strike on YouTube. We
And
apologize.
we got Debbie Downer over here reminding us that we shouldn't be playing this song, but sorry, YouTube, because I love that song.
We don't monetize our channels.
Yes, we don't. We're not making money on this, so
Exactly.
it's okay.
Exactly.
We have a little gap here. Let's see who's coming up around the corner by the folk art building, which is, by the way, on the opposite corner. That would be the southeast corner. Is the oldest Sinclair station in Oklahoma.
That's true.
Yeah.
Chemnitz.
is a great family here. Been around for a long time.
Gas station is the longest in operation. Same place, Oklahoma,
Correct.
the oldest gas station. That's awesome.
People come from far and wide to see that gas station there. He also has a old-timey gas station museum just east of his station. It's great to see one day. If you ever grab Craig, he's pretty proud of it. He will take you through it.
Yeah, absolutely. And he should be, because he has some really cool stuff.
Yes.
There. It's not just thrown together. I mean, he's put some time in.
That's right. Again, just another tidbit of information. On the north side of the square, we have the Comeback Cafe, which is the longest running cafe in the same place in Oklahoma. And people come from far and wide. She has a little book where you have to...
Sounds like Super Witch.
Oh, yeah, it might be Ditch Witch and all their vehicles. Another great company here locally in Perry, Oklahoma.
Absolutely. Very strong. Cornerstone of the community.
Yes,
Once
sir.
again, they do everything. Recently lost the founder.
Yeah, Mr.
Ed
Malzahn. Yes, sir.
And that was a sad day for this whole community, even around the world. I mean, they are a worldwide company.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, his family and kids, grandkids, and everybody picked up the reins, and I mean, it looks like
strong.
still doing the same.
Yeah. It's great to know, like I said, I'm not from Perry, but I've used a Ditch Witch product. Geez, it was from a little child in the construction business, and then now here living in a place where they're built and made, and the idea was brought up.
Well, I've seen that engine once or twice, Bill.
Yeah, well, it looks like a Rock Township Engine 29, actually.
Which is a fire department that me and Phil proudly are volunteer firefighters at. Well, actually, I'm a firefighter. He is our assistant chief, and thank goodness for him.
I got to say, even though I am part of Rock Township and a volunteer firefighter here in Noble County, we are volunteers.
That's right.
And we could always use more help. Obviously, always use more money. But we're there to help you guys, and we'd like you to come out and see what we do. And if you want to be a part of what we do, contact me and the chiefs. We have Marland, Red Rock, Lucene, Sumner, Morrison, Billings, and ourselves, Rock Township. So if you live in those areas, just contact those chiefs. Come
We
on
can
out
find
and see
a
if you
spot
can help
for
us
you.
out. Yeah, we always have some boots for you to fill, so to speak. But and we operate on a local 25 quarter cent sales tax, which helps us operate. But then when we have to do, as a volunteer, we're required to do a fundraiser every year. And like we mentioned earlier, we are doing a raffle for 2 quarter sides of beef, 2 halves of hog. And if you'd like to get in on that, we're going to draw that tonight at the rodeo. So do catch one of our firemen or one of the masons running around the square today and hit them up for some raffle tickets, which are $5, by the way. So pretty cheap if you want to get in on that deal.
Or if you're into saving money like most of us are, you can get 5 chances for $20.
There you go.
It'll save you $5.
Not to interrupt you, but here in this old Ford coming by, which is probably an old wheat truck, the Cherokee Strip Museum has just built a blacksmith shop.
And it's amazing.
And it's going to open soon. We will be out there in October, hopefully getting it open. But again, funded by local money here, and getting it done. I know Ditch Witch had a big hand in that, and Mr. Malzahn, before he had passed, had a big hand in doing that. I'd like to thank those companies that helped out.
Absolutely.
But do try and come out and see that. It's actually a big thing that's going on here in town. I think it's actually October 8th is going to be the day out there at the museum. So,
And there's our pride and joy, Rock Township.
right behind it is a brush truck. I think that's Orlando's brush truck. Yes, it is.
Was that designed by Potter?
No, not that truck.
Okay.
No.
Okay, because he has a
decals-
couple in here.
Those decals were designed here in Perry.
Oh, were they? Yeah, they're designed there.
Yeah. Right behind the Orlando Big Brush Truck is a small attack truck from Morrison. It's a brush truck. Another company that we work hand in hand with quite often. So you had mentioned J&J. That's a local company here in Red Rock.
I think they're going to.
Yeah, they're going to Pawnee.
Pawnee,
Yeah,
that's right.
But, they build brush trucks. Great guy, Jerry Potter, up there.
He was the chief for many years.
At Red Rock Fire Department. We actually own Fire Truck 1 and Fire Truck 2 from that company.
And that gentleman thought that, hey, I could build a better truck.
That
and
truck
he
right
does.
there is built, actually the next 2 trucks are built by J&J
Custom fire.
Custom Fire Trucks. That's Sumner right behind Red Rock.
It's Mike Alexander, my mobile mechanic, greatest guy I've ever met. He saved me a couple times in the middle of nowhere.
Here's Billings.
Following things.
That's Billings' brush truck. And right behind Billings is Lucene, guys out there on the west side of the county. So
Lucene,
again, another J&J custom truck. So,
Daniel's mad at me, by the way,
why would you do?
because I didn't let him ride on the fire truck.
Oh, darn it. You could have.
I know. I will next year.
Right behind that's our new emergency manager, Nolene Powers. She works with us, keeping us in line, getting us all the emergency stuff we need getting done. On our we've had several big fires in this county, folks, last spring, and we have to get those everybody in line, and that's basically her job. She gets us our emergency tankers from the government, and bulldozers, and helicopters, and whatever have you.
Well, there is the Oklahoma Jeep Club.
And they like to be called Jeeple.
They're Jeeple.
That's
they're
right.
not people.
Yeah,
they're Jeeple.
It's a thing.
It is a thing.
It's a subculture.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Well, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
That guy's shirt and his Jeep match.
Yeah. That's pretty neat.
You know you love your vehicle when you color coordinate. Look at that monster.
That's an articulate
awesome.
one. Did you see that?
That's
Watch that
awesome.
sucker turn.
That is cool.
All local folks too. I think it's Payne and Noble County local club. So
The
Payne being the
NCIB.
county where the OSU Cowboys are playing today at 2:30.
CIB Motorcycle Club.
Noble County Independent Bikers, another good bunch of great guys with really loud pipes.
Yeah. Loud pipes save lives.
That's what they tell me. So that's what I used to say when I had mine. But these guys do a lot of benefit poker runs, benefit people, motorcycle wrecks, local children's clubs, things like that. Good bunch of guys right there.
Get your little trike there.
Oh, several tracks.
There you go.
I tell people, if you know these guys, spark plugs load up.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Now here we go, the local company of Ditchwich, basically the backbone of Noble County. They started here. Actually, my father-in-law was employee number 9.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That is.
He was there before the employee numbers came out, and Ed Malzahn's wife, Mary, came out and said, well, guys, the government's making us do this, so you were 1 year or 2. And he's been there and retired there. He was a lifer. And watched that company grow from a little blacksmith shop on the southeast side of the square to what it is today, a campus that has many businesses underneath its Charles Machine Works umbrella. Here we go. I don't know the numbers. I don't
know the numbers either, but I'm going to tell you right now, folks, that little machine will save your back and save you thousands in chiropractor bills. These guys really do make machines that, make digging a ditch or a trench or anything just no big deal.
Well, now not only that, they have gone into subterranean GPS guided, satellite guided stuff.
Yep. The
This
Zahn.
is called the Zahn after Malzahn. There you go.
Awesome.
How about that? I watched these guys run a pipe underneath the street, underneath 7th Street, satellite guided, and they came out on the other side a ½ inch off target.
Wow.
How crazy is that? So, and that's sub-site, which is underneath the umbrella of Charles Machine Works.
That is cool.
And it's not a parade here in Perry, Oklahoma, without the Super Witch, and I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, and you will.
So,
You'll feel it.
I'm sure.
It basically, folks, if you take that last motorcycle club, double it, and put it all into one machine, that's what it sounds like.
It's what? Oh no. Well, we might not see it today. I think there's some technical difficulties. I hear rumor about the Super Witch is down at the moment.
Oh,
So I think
Oh, no.
her broom is broken.
I heard something.
So.
Anything's possible.
But if you're watching this today, I'm sure you know the Super Witch. In the 12 years that I've been here, I've never seen the parade without the Super Witch, and I'm sure it's been. Yeah. Oh, you heard it?
Yeah, the Super Witch is here. There's no way.
I'm sure they put in a couple of overtime hours in the last week or so to get that
There it is.
big
I think.
beast running. Again, I don't know the numbers, but that is
Okay.
sure a cool-looking trackster coming up there.
A buddy of mine, he works out there, and Jeff Coe, he's an engineer out there at Ditch Witch, and they come up with all kinds of cool stuff. Cody Sewell, who's the grandson to Ed Mulvon, he's an engineer out there and a good friend of mine as well, and he's responsible for a lot of these
Designs?
vehicles. Yeah, a lot of the designs. Here
Here
comes the Super
comes the
Witch.
Super Witch. That loud pipes you hear in the background, that's what she is. So that means going to do a wheelie. That's what they're known for.
That trencher is, that's awesome.
Not only is it a hot rod Ditch Witch machine, that actually the trencher does work.
Yeah, it'll trench.
So it'll trench at about 90.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
There it
straight
is.
pipes. I'm sure it's running on jet fuel or something ridiculous like
Alcohol.
that. Alcohol. Yeah, I'm sure. We have the door open back
You know,
here
they
in the
take that-
Information Network
You know,
studio.
there is a team devoted to just that machine
Yes,
out
sir.
at Charles Machine Works, and they go around and they go to all the shows. Yeah.
Stock show, or not stock shows.
Open that door a little bit.
Our door is just cracked here in the Perry Information Network here in Perry, Oklahoma.
Their sub-site,
Yep.
kind of the electronic side of Ditch Witch. They make a lot of cool toys.
That
Is that a new?
Super Witch. Wow. Tyson being a past employee of this, he's filling us in, giving us a little cue.
Yeah.
So I think everybody here in Perry was a past employee.
That's a fact.
Not me.
Not me.
So not it.
So your statement holds no water.
Yeah, I'm full of it. That's why my hair's brown. So now that we got off on a tangent here, Subsite just went by. Oh,
We're completely out of line.
We're way out of order here,
Yeah.
so we're going to shoot from the cuff again.
There we go.
So this looks like maybe some royalty.
That is a silver Mercedes.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
yeah, I knew that. I mean, everybody knows what that insignia is up there on the deck or on the front grill.
Well, I appreciate you stealing my thunder, Phil. Thank you. And
Right behind that
it is a white
Mercedes.
Dodge.
Right behind that Mercedes, Mrs. Janet Jens there in Oklahoma. That's your grandson driving the Noble County Stormwatch truck right there. So,
Great guy.
yeah, okay. So, just another shout out to our friends over there across the pond.
And there is a beautiful car that
Nova,
is not
isn't it?
being driven. So
I drove my car to Trailer Week.
I love it.
So coming up, sorry.
I'm not sorry. That's funny.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Okay, this is
First Bank and Trust. I
yep.
beat you.
The folks on the northwest side of the square. Well, another great facelift on that building.
They
you see
did.
that?
They did. Yeah, they did a great job. It's very.
What's
very-
their theme? FBT wants you.
Ah,
Little play
Little
because
play on
I
Uncle Sam.
guess we have a presidential election this year.
there's Randy Parrish's little red truck, and I love that truck. My wife, she loves that truck, so we will probably have one in the future. First Bank and Trust handing out candy.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
Here we come.
In the red, white, and blue top
Got
hats.
it. Little Uncle Sam action.
Yep. Yvette, she's a heck of a gal. We deal with her all the
is.
time.
She's
a great
wonderful.
gal. You never see that woman in a bad mood.
Yeah, she's a great lady. Oh, what do we got here, Hannah? God, my kids are doing good today, bud.
Yeah, they're cleaning up.
I know who I'm going to hit up after this broadcast.
Yeah. For a t-shirt? Well, let's see if we can figure out this order here. We had First Bank and Trust, Parish Electric, Perry Nazarene should be up, the Big Fish Club.
That's my church.
So you want to explain the Big Fish Club?
I would love to explain the Big Fish Club if I knew exactly what it was about. All I know is it is a program for our little kids that basically just gives them a little bit of direction, going through the Bible, teaching them, in a fun way, and I mean, they love it. My kids love it. And there it is.
The Big Fish Club.
The Big Fish.
Well, that was not what I was thinking when it was.
Oh, well, there you go.
Definitely set me straight on that.
There you go. Are you thinking a little Jonah and the Whale action?
No.
Oh. Let's see here. Oh.
Who's coming up behind the Big Fish Club?
Maybe let's see, it's the Baja Orlando High School Bands.
Oh, well, there you
we
go.
might be back on track, folks.
Yep, number 55. Quite a few entrants in the parade this year. We have up to 90 this year, and that's pretty cool.
90. The last
Yeah.
one is Cherokee Strip Riding Club. I wonder why that is.
Well, usually, and then 91 is the street sweeper. So the parade is over when you see Mr. Elgin coming down the road.
That's exactly right. Baja Orlando High School Bands. And are they playing anything?
I think they're on a pause right now. Looks like they're getting ready though.
There we
They
go.
are primed and ready to
There
go.
we go.
So they're from Logan County, just southwest of us.
Great school.
Yeah, great school, great folks. Know a lot of people down there. Again, that fire department we work hand in hand with as well. Orlando Fire Department. We got set in the beginning of the parade. Earlier. Look at that, a bicycle built for two. Right there in the behind, about 2 or 3 floats behind. See them going down.
There it is.
Behind them should be Fred LaValle
Nova County District 2.
running for Nova County.
Sure, yes, he's trying to get it. He wants to be in charge of that big building back there, folks.
Yes, sir. Not only that, they would also put him in charge of the fairgrounds and that area down there too.
And I'll tell you what, one
That
thing
is
that I'll
right.
never forget about him is he has the best handwriting I've ever seen.
Does he?
Oh my goodness, it's ridiculous.
Ex-police chief here in Perry.
Yep.
So. And then I think he went to Blackwell.
He
chief or
was
assistant
he
chief
was
up
chief
there.
of Blackwell.
A long time, obviously, law enforcement guy. Now worked down here with us again in Logan County, and he moved back to Perry.
The Zion Lutheran
Zion
is
Lutheran.
not doing the mowers. They changed it up. It's Pokemon.
Did you happen to drive by the church and the renovation they're doing out there east of town in 64?
Beautiful.
Yeah, they are renovating.
Double the size
Yes,
of the
sir.
church,
Yes, sir.
if not more.
Well, I don't see what
That
their
church is
theme
growing.
is.
Yeah.
So
You don't see the theme on that float?
I don't.
You don't see
No.
all those Pokemon all over that float?
Sorry, I am. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, I am so far out of that Pokemon thing.
Wow.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Team Rocket. Thank you.
Yeah,
Program
sorry.
director back here, keeping us hip.
Well, hey, like I said, we are being viewed from all over the country, continent, world. But here in the country, I'd like to say hello to my sisters, Carol in New Jersey, and her family, and my other sister, Donna, in North Carolina, and her family.
Hello, Carol and Donna.
You've met them both. So they were here visiting last year. But just a shout out to them to say hey.
Perry High School Palm. There they go.
Let's go, Perry. Ground Zero, another big company here in town.
Pulling our high school football team.
Yes, sir. I like another shout out. My nephew's a senior this year, playing on that high school football team. They're doing very well this year. I think 1 loss only. He's also tried out for the world team, made to the second cut so far. Haven't found out. He finds out at the end of this month. Parker is his name.
Parker
Good
got
kid,
shot.
yeah.
Great kid. I've known him since he was itty bitty. Now
Yeah.
he's having to sit over the axles of that trailer because he's a monster.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Taylor Austin, there she is,
Little
football
royalty.
homecoming. Yeah.
Actually, I mentioned my nephew. That's him driving that red convertible right
There
there.
it
He's an
is.
attendant this year and driving Amanda
Parker.
Amanda Parker.
Yeah.
No, that was Amanda and Parker.
Oh, and Parker. Well, there you have it.
Carly and Dawson, another good kids there. I know them both. And Dawson is on the football team with Parker as well.
Now I'm jealous of Foster Drug right now.
You want one of those side by
I would love to have one of those cameras side by side.
Yep, Foster Drug, another good company here on the northeast side. Again, another big facelift being done in their business.
Yeah. Investing in the community for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
They taken a downtown on the square building, and it wasn't really fitting their needs for their growth and expansion, and they went ahead and then took the money instead of, probably been a little cheaper to build a new building somewhere else. And they went ahead and they're making this one fit their needs and staying right here on the square. So that's awesome. There's Troy, the owner, passing out candy.
Yes. Who's that in the
That is
the Swarm team? Another local
Swarm.
traveling girls softball team.
Yep.
Who's this in the
8 and
presidential
under,
limo?
8 and under softball. That's Brown Duggar Funeral Home.
Oh, that's Brown and Duggar. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not the presidential.
Yeah, it looks quite presidential, though, doesn't it? That Barber Band. From Barber, Oklahoma.
I'm not gonna lie, they have the fewest people on the street, but they sound really good.
Yep, and they're playing My Sharona, another good song. That's a town northwest of here. Another small town, small farming community, but have those folks down here today. Coming up behind the Barber Band, that Barber Band,
It's supposed to be
is
Perry Wrestling.
Perry Wrestling, but that's not it. This
That is not it.
Mud
That is
Truck.
a mud truck.
I don't know where they are in this lineup.
They are right there.
Yeah. And the local tractor club.
And here comes, oh, that's cool. My Sharona. Good job.
As my wife's uncle Doc would say, they're oldie goldie right there. So. And an old Model T.
A little late in. Anybody who knows what those tractors are, I think you'll find one on every farm from coast to coast. It's probably
Still running too.
Probably the best
Yeah.
tractor ever built for brush hogging and anything else that you have.
What year is that Model T?
You know what? I think it's a 1931, but I could be wrong.
Well, we have several Model Ts.
I think that's it. I think that's a model.
Yeah.
1931 Model A Victoria Leatherback. That's not it.
I don't know. Nope.
That's not it.
I can't see face well enough.
Cool old truck though. Beautiful cars. That's one thing I do like. We have a car show every year.
Yeah,
And
Chamber puts
man,
that on in the spring.
I'm telling you,
in
they
April.
got so many entries. I mean, if you want to see some cool cars, you definitely don't have to go too far.
Done on the courthouse park too, right here in the square.
You know, I think that was Brent Boley.
Was it?
Yeah, in the
Model T.
1926 Model T. And then we got everything from a 51 Ford F1, let's see, 51 Chevrolet, 52 Chevrolet, a 57 Chevrolet Bel Air Sport Coupe.
And we got Cowboy Driving right here, another local family. Heading
Yeah.
up to driving schools. He's got actually ones in several towns across a couple of counties here.
I'm not going to say it was me, but I know a guy that sped a few times and had to go to a class to, yeah.
Yep.
And definitely not me, again, but I enjoyed this class.
2015 Oklahoma 2015 Oklahoma State champions right here coming up.
That's it.
And the Perry Wrestling again, like you mentioned, this
They're
is
studs.
the mecca of wrestling.
Yeah.
Our coaches, our lineup of coaches the last few years have been amazing. And like I said, if you have some time and you're in town on the north side of the square, the Perry Wrestling Park is amazing. Has every state champion on a plaque written in granite or marble, as well as the 2 life-size, or actually I think they're life and a third size statues done by local sculptor Jim Franklin.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you see a kid on the back of these on these trailers for wrestling, they have earned the right to stand there, because the stuff that they go through for training and conditioning,
crazy.
I mean, some people would just think it's insane, and these guys do it every day, and that's why they're champs, man.
Yeah.
They do the stuff that the losers don't do.
And from such a small town, we only have, the city's population is just over 5,000 and the county's 10. So drawing from a town of 5,000 to get such great wrestlers is pretty amazing.
It is. What's that, Phil? It's a Lincoln.
That's a T-bird. That's a Lincoln, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
a Lincoln.
Yeah.
It's a Lincoln.
A Winkin? A Rinkin.
A Lincoln.
Yeah. As opposed to a Cataract. Is this a Chevy? A Bel Air?
Beautiful.
I can't see what the
I
magnet
love
says.
the paint. I
Perry-
can't either.
Can't read it.
They have them so out of order, it's just not. Here's something a little more my style right here. What's that? Impala, isn't it?
Oh, that was the one that was in memory of Michael Shimonik, yes. Yeah, that is... Yep.
And here is Georgia's fine furniture in a fine looking car.
What is it?
Impala.
Is it Impala?
It is an Impala. It's a 1960 Impala, I'm going to say. Anybody out there in TV land, if I'm wrong, be sure to let me know. But I believe it was a 1960.
Yeah, we're out of my element here.
That is...
Everything like that's a Model T.
There you go. That Lincoln was a Mark IV.
I can't even guess at that either. This black one, the 4-door.
God, those are some good-looking cars, though. I mean, does it really matter? They're just beautiful. Let's see. Now that is a 19, what's that, 52 and 54 Chevy pickup. It's a 61 Chevy station wagon.
An old Chevelle.
Now that is
69?
Wilson Glass. It's a 66.
66.
And that's Wilson Glass, another local company here, and great people. And then the car behind it, I've had the privilege of driving it in the parade a few
That's gonna
times.
be Arlene's car?
And that is Erlene Cockrum.
Yeah.
That car is a one owner.
Her
It has
husband?
been in that family. Yeah, her husband Chris, they had the pharmacy here in town, and he passed away. And Erlene, for obvious reasons, hung on to that car. One, for memory, and two, for just, I mean, how beautiful it is. And it has won countless awards. And the people driving it is Erlene and Chris's son and their 2 daughters. And I'm sure they have a few more packed in there.
There are a couple people in there.
But that car is one owner. You don't see that too many times. That's great.
Yeah. I'm sure that wasn't in Arlene's car.
No.
I bet you dollars to donuts on that one. This looks like a 77 or 76 Camaro. Had one.
Yeah, that's a good looking car. My dad had one as well.
It's one of those Model Ts again.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
No.
That's a cool little truck.
Yeah. Would you call that a rat rod?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that would classify.
Pretty neat looking, huh?
Look at this one. This one right
He's
here.
pushing.
This one right here is probably the fastest one on
I'm
the
telling you,
square.
hot rodding down the road.
Holy
Call the
smokes.
police.
I'm gonna tell you right now. What would you call that? Would you say that would be 2-man power?
2-man power? Yeah.
Yeah. How many men do they have under the hood of that truck?
At least they're in the parade and they're trucking along.
Hey, it's better than that one car I seen that one year. The one with the bumper was dragging it down.
Yeah. Our last band coming up, this is the Perry Junior High School band. Quite a few kids in that one, too. Look at that.
There are, and they do a really good job. You know, somebody I didn't see is the Wings of Hope.
I didn't either. And you know, my wife did a painting this year for the Butterfly Wings of Hope that's going to be out at the new Microtome. That was just built recently here. That's about to open, actually, on the 20th of this month, the grand opening.
Yeah,
And that's going to be out there being displayed for the Wings of Hope. Well, you know what this is. Coming up towards the end.
the Cherokee Strip Riding Club.
Yes. Yeah. Again, good folks putting on that rodeo for us here, which will be the last one is to this evening, but they do play days all year round. All our local kids get heavily involved in that. Great things going on down there. And Rocky Henderson is the president for this year, and I think last year as well. But he heads up a fine group of people down there that put on those events.
Absolutely.
So I'll tell you that presentation you mentioned earlier that Monty Stevie did about the thin red line and the thin blue line, and then mentioning all our wounded warriors. God, what a presentation that was.
Yeah, he did a great job. Yeah. I'll tell you what, if you ever think that the world just doesn't have any morals or, you know, they just don't appreciate people anymore, you should come to a rodeo because those people down there are definitely...
Well, look who just walked into our studio.
Well, look,
here.
it's Mary Rupp,
Mary
our
Rupp,
city
our
manager,
city manager.
our illustrious city manager.
Well, looky there. So thank you for letting us do this today, Miss.
Almost here.
Yeah,
the horses. The horses are coming.
Here we go. That is the Cherokee Strip Riding, or the Cherokee Strip Rodeo Club, bringing up the end of the parade. And again, those are this 1 ton that's there. Again, donated to the rodeo club for them to use by Vance Chevrolet, is hauling the saddles for the winners this year. Custom-made saddles they put on for the girls this year. And that's one of the awards. And that clown, he did a great job last night, didn't he?
Yeah, oh, yeah, he's hilarious. He is hilarious.
Actually, the bull got him last night. He was in his barrel.
did it?
Yeah, getting a good shot. So,
Look at him. He's out there doing a little trick roping,
yeah.
if that's what you call that. Well, he actually is. I thought he was goofing around, but he's got it going.
You know, they had a couple of bull riders last night, and they did a great job, but none of them made the buzzer. Hopefully, tonight, we'll get a couple guys in on that. The ropers did a great job. The wrestler, what do you call those?
Bulldoggers.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Bulldoggers.
They put on a great show last night.
And for those of you that don't know what bulldogging is, that's when they let one out and you run it down with the horse, jump off your horse, grab it by the neck, and twist it and put it on the ground with your bare hands. I can assure you, I'm in no danger of trying that.
They have a mechanical bull out there this year, though. I would gladly pay for your first round.
Would you?
I would.
Would you pay?
I would.
And for any medical bills that thereafter occur?
I can't help you there.
Okay.
I need advance warning so I can bring it here.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely get a camera there. So you're telling me that the For the Sullivan Company does not have a employee health insurance plan?
Well, yeah, we do. It's actually a Chinese plan. It's called One Lump Sum Insurance, and I just pay for all of it.
Yeah.
So we don't get hurt.
Yeah.
But hopefully things will change in the near future to where I can actually afford to get some health insurance for myself.
You're going to start a GoFundMe account.
No, we're just going to make America great again, Phil.
Good one. Oh, that hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, now looky there. You mentioned the Stevie family and the Leach family.
And there they
There
are.
is Rusty. That poor pony has made its rounds around that family 4 or 5 times. Mm-hmm. Every kid in that family has ridden that pony. That pony's got to be 40.
That pony is 127 years old.
So he's very well known in this area.
He really is.
Mm-hmm.
He'll pull that little wagon. That's funny. What we got bringing up the rear here?
A little bit of mower. I don't know what he's doing. The weeds growing up in the side streets, I guess, where he's going to clean up.
There you go. Got a mulching blade on there, Phil.
What is this guy doing? A little trick riding, standing in his saddle?
Something. I think it's a girl. Who is that?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure you will here in a minute.
Warriors Hope Ranch, I'm going to bet that is. It is a girl,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I did not mean that. Yeah, but this must be the Warriors Hope Ranch.
There she is, a little standing up in the saddle. That's
yeah,
cool.
That's crazy.
Little trick roping in the front. And we got,
Yeah, that's what it is. Do you know what the Warriors Hope Ranch is?
I do not.
I don't either.
I would love to know more about
We'll
it,
find
though.
out today.
Those little kids on the horses, that's so cute.
They're a lot of fun. Is she? Yeah, little tiny girl. I think she rode in a rodeo last night, actually. I think she's actually 5 years old. She's running from Miss Princess or something to that effect.
Oh, it's so funny. We got, we were talking about leeches and stevies and stuff like that at the rodeo, and they got a little girl named Lydia.
Lidybug, they call
Yeah,
her.
Lidybug.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I was watching her, and there was a picture of her they put on Facebook, and that horse was just getting it, and her butt was probably a foot off of the saddle in the air, and her eyes were just laser focused on the front of her, and I mean, that was the funniest thing. Who's this? Look at those big
That's
hats.
funny. they were riding in the arena last night as well. Those ponies are just getting after it. Well, that's
I love
funny.
the hats.
Yeah, hats make it.
That's funny. Well, there is the Stevies right there. There's Lance and Ginger West.
Yeah.
And Bran and Josie.
Wes is back there on the gray horse.
And then that gentleman right there riding with the little girl. Is that?
That is, yeah, I guess, gosh, I remember.
I wanted to say Monty, but it's not.
No, it's not Monty. It is, oh, God, I can't remember his name now. Local Longhorn rancher.
Matt.
That's
Ah.
it. Yes. But if you look back right behind those horses, it is Mr. Elgin, the street sweeper,
Here it comes.
which makes this the end of the parade today on the 17th of September here in Perry, Oklahoma.
That is awesome. Just wrapped up our 123rd.
Absolutely. The 123rd Cherokee Strip celebration in Perry, Oklahoma, the longest celebration running in the state. Or actually, I don't want to say the country, but it is definitely the state.
I was going to say that's a pretty bold statement.
Yeah, that is. But I know it is the longest running in Oklahoma. I'd like to thank everybody that made this happen. City, Mary Rupp, our city manager, Mayor Gordon Johnson, and the rest of the city council for letting us do this for you today.
Tyson Davis.
Tyson Davis, the station manager here at the Perry International Information Network, PIIN today.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, we are
Because
being
we are across
broadcast.
the pond.
Yep, we're saying hello to those folks over there in the UK. My family on the east side of this country. Scott Kendrick, hey bud, get better. Sitting there watching us on the hospital bed in California.
Yeah, if you didn't want to come, there's a lot easier ways to
Yeah,
get
I mean,
out of it.
you
didn't
could have
to
got
go
out
in
of it a lot easier, right?
Yeah.
So, again, thanks very much. Thanks to Perry letting us do this for you again this year. Danny?
Thank you, Phil.
Yes, sir. It's good to do this with you again. Again, come on down to the rodeo tonight. There's a big celebration going on outside. There's lots of things to do with fun for the family. Come on down and see us, say hello. And again, thank you very much for being here and watching us again in Perry, Oklahoma.
Yep. And thank you for the